Welcome to Global Science, everyone. I'm Bruce Han. From Hong Kong, we'll be speaking with Jerf Lee, Dynamic Director and COO of Noriko Brothers. Jerf, Leho, Joe-san, thank you so much for joining us on Global Science.
Hi, Bruce, Joe-san. So thanks for your invitations.
Thank you. Can you tell our viewers about Noriko Brothers?
I think we are the purchase financial capital company in Hong Kong, and then we cover the Asians. And we not only work in Hong Kong, we also have a license in Singapore and in Dubai. And we working we work for the family office and then some PE fund, and then also some high net worth family office. And we have the people say so as a type 1, 2, 3, and 9 license. That means we carry most of the financial activity in Hong Kong, like the securities dealing, future dealing, forex dealing, and so the asset management.
Now, what is the business environment like for boutique brokerage firms in Hong Kong?
I could say it's not really good under the COVID-19. And the past 2 years, more than hundreds of the firms like us, and then the practice is already closed down. But luckily, we have the financial support. Our business is quite well, so we could survive. And actually, this is more competitive in the past 2 years. You know, a lot of mainland China, some big company with technical support to come to Hong Kong.
Despite the increasing number of COVID cases, governments around the world are loosening restrictions and learning to live with the pandemic. Why is the Hong Kong government further tightening restrictions?
I think it's all over the world are facing the same problem against the COVID-19. And for Hong Kong government, we just recently the case numbers increasing a lot from compare the 3 months or 4 months ago, and each day of the case of about 30 to 40, and right now it's more than 1,000, and then the recent case is 6,000. It's quite panic for all the residents in Hong Kong, and I think so. This is Hong Kong governors would like to try to prevent everyone to have a touch at face to face. So we stop all the social media, the social communications, and stopping as you know that we stop eating outside after 6 p.m. in Hong Kong. All the restaurants closed, but it's also in the impact for the economic and then especially the F&B sectors. So some of the Hong Kong residents and the shop owner and the businessmen have something opinion against of it.
From March, the U.S. Fed will start raising interest rates. What is your interest rate outlook, and how will it affect the Hong Kong financial market?
I think the Federal Reserve raised its interest rate because of the inflation. So right now, inflations of more than the 20 years are high. So I believe that from March to July, the Federal Reserve will raise about its rate about 1% or maybe a little bit more to 1.25%. That we will know very soon. And as the interest rate is changed, so I think the investment sector will be changed.
How will global central banks' austerity measures affect the exchange rate markets?
This is the 2 points of this. One is the U.S. The Federal Reserve will raise their interest rate more aggressive compared to UK. We know that all the developed countries like UK, Australia, New Zealand, this is going to raise it the rate hike, and then also the ECB will going to do so. So the US dollar will be more attractive compared with the other foreign market. And then the second point is about the geopolitical more problems about the Russia and Ukraine. And the more conservative money will go to the bond market in the treasury market in US, and also the access to safe haven to put maybe with yen. But according to recent research, the most of the money as a dollar is going to the US dollar for the safe havens instead of the Japanese. Yeah, so in the coming from right now till July, I think the US dollar will keep its very strong trend in the momentum.
Jerf, finally, what are the most promising sectors for 2022?
I think we still could concentrate and then to focus on the commodity market like the coppers, gold, and then the crude oil sectors. And this is one of the sectors that's always have been performed well in the year of in the high inflations. And for the stock market, I will recommend about the traditional financial market like the banking and the global banking. And then also some of the medical sectors because of the COVID.
Jerf Lee, Director and COO of Noriko Brothers, Thank you so much for being in our show today and sharing your insights on the markets.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. That does it for our show this week. Thank you so much for being with us. Until next week, please be safe and healthy.